What is going on, Aries? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct, and this is going to be your reading for the month of May. Aries, I think I did not get you a reading last month, so sorry about that. I'm right back at it though, so we're definitely about to see what these energies are talking about, what the forecast is for the month of May. Great energy so far for all the other readings that I've done so far, so let's see what's going on with you, Aries. This is going to be a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody that watches this, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things that let me know you're watching, and it helps the channel out. Also, if it does not resonate with you, you can check out one of your other signs, rising or moon signs, or check out one of the previous videos for Aries or future ones that'll be coming up. Energy is fluid, so that one may match you a little bit better. Now we're going to start off with your present energy, Aries, like we always do it. And then after that, we're going to be hopping into your futuristic energies over here, talking about the end of May going into June. All right, let's hop in. Crowning your reading, Aries, right at the top, we have the Two of Cups. Now, a couple of signs have been getting this. It's a lot of signs so far have been having love on their mind, like right at the crowning of all the readings. It's been like love or relationships. So people may be, thinking about love coming up in May, but you have the Two of Cups energy. Two of Cups represents this soulful connection, a soulmate that you're connected with, in contact with. You guys are touching each other in some type of way, right? You guys have this connection that is on a soul level, and it's soulful and it's unique. You guys are matching each other. There's a high level of compatibility when you have the Two of Cups. So if this is not somebody that you're already dealing with, this could be somebody new that's coming into your sphere, coming into your energy field, and they're wanting to offer you something, and you too want to offer them something, and you guys are connecting on more than one levels, but mostly on a soul level. So you could feel like you already know this person. You guys could just, have that type of recognition of, knowing that, okay, this person is a match to what I like, what I'm attracted to, what I envision myself with. Also, it's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles here. So this could be feeling to you kind of like a jackpot type of connection, or the other person could be feeling that, dang, I hit the jackpot, because the Ten of Pentacles represents, some type of vision that you have when it comes down to a lover or a mate, right? Somebody that you see yourself with, or you can see yourself having longevity with, or being together for a long time, for years, and building a family with, and, having a stable foundation. So everything about this talks about stability. It talks about groundedness. It talks about longevity, This is Two of Cups, so it has the potential to go all the way into the 10, into a complete fulfillment, completion, right? Fullness, wholeness. Also has the ability to bring in abundance into your world. So you connecting with someone else, you two have an abundant type of connection, right? There is no lack in this connection when it comes down to the ability of you two to connect with each other, right? The attractiveness, the compatibility, the connecting of the minds, the connecting of the soul, physical attraction, right? The feeling of love, all that is there. So this is what's on your mind in the month of May. You could be heavily thinking about somebody that you're in connection with, and you look at them as a soulmate. All right, so then coming right below that, we have the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Empress energy. So this could be your attitude towards this person, and it's kind of like a balanced approach, because on one end you have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords represents being totally grounded, being totally logical, seeing everything for what it is, not allowing yourself to be influenced too heavily by your emotions, not allowing yourself to be clouded, or your judgment to be clouded by how you feel and how your emotions can sway you seeing exactly what something is. So this is a very observant, role that you're taking, maybe in relation to this person, to the soulmate, right? You're keeping yourself grounded. You're staying logical. You're looking for anything that, stands out to you or doesn't make sense about this person or about this connection. And, at any given moment, you could be willing to cut it off. That's the sword. The Queen of Swords is always ready for that because she's tough, right? She's very independent. She will accept people into her world, accept people into her sphere, but it has to be something that makes sense. It has to be logical. But then on the other side of it, you're not too cold with that type of approach. You're taking on that, but then you have the Empress also. Now the Empress is like the yin and the yang to these two cards, right? The Empress is the other side of that. Very nurturing, very loving, very, sharing of her energy, very spiritual, very creative. And she is the lover, the nurturer of the tarot, right? The mother of the tarot also. So that type of motherly love, the type of nurturing love, you could be having both sides, both qualities when it comes down to this soulmate that you're connecting with, right? Because maybe you found that you have to have both, right? You can't just be only loving and only nurturing and only lovey-dovey. You also have to be logical and keep it grounded and look at things for what they are, right? So this is how you keep yourself protected, when it comes down to love in general, or just with someone who you view as a soulmate, right? You're keeping a more balanced approach to it. And I like that, Aries. Then right over here, we have the King of Cups and then the Four of Wands. So King of Cups here, this is another court card. You could be dealing with a water sign. You also could be dealing with an air sign too, right? But you have the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords here. But King of Cups being here, this is somebody that is in touch with their emotions, right? Somebody who is very emotional, very spiritual, could be very creative. This could be the energy that you're taking on, or this could be the person that you're connecting with. But the view that you have for this person is the Four of Wands energy, which is going back to what I was talking about up here, like a connection, right? A connection that's grounded, that's stable, that you see as very compatible, that you see that you could build on, a foundation that could be, you could build and have longevity with. So if you're dealing with a water sign, this could be somebody that you're definitely thinking about having some longevity with, right? Seeing a future with in some type of way. Or you could be, also taking on a more emotional, approach that is stable and grounded when it comes down to the way you're viewing this person, right? Just like what I was saying over here, this is kind of a repeat if this has to do with you, right? But if this King of Cups is someone else and I'm feeling that it's somebody else, then you could be seeing this person as someone that is very, you feel grounded with, you feel that it's stability here. You feel that it could be longevity. You can build things with this person and it could last, a long time. So this is probably why you're approaching it in a certain type of way that you're approaching it. You're staying grounded. You're keeping yourself grounded. Both of you guys could be keeping yourself grounded, even though you feel this soulful soulmate energy and connection, right? Could be strong emotions that are surrounding this too. But it's also a stableness about it, that you're attracted to when it comes down to this individual, right? Then we come over here and we have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. And then it's clarified by the Three of Cups. So these two cards jumped out together. Usually I only do one card for each. But the Five of Pentacles wanted to jump out with the Four of Swords. So Five of Pentacles usually talks about feeling left out in the cold, right? So this could maybe be a fear that you have with this person, like being left out in the cold, or this person could have the fear of that with you, like, they don't want to be left out in the cold, or you don't want to be left out in the cold in any type of way, or you could be possibly feeling like you're left out in the cold. And in the month of May, maybe you're taking a type of retreat, or you're taking, some type of measures to where you want to just like rest up and recharge yourself. Now this could probably not have any connection to the other person, or it could, but you could just be in a place where you want to recharge your batteries. You want to kind of be left alone a little bit, and you kind of want to be in your own zone, in your own state, just kind of like in hermit mode a little bit, just so you can recharge a little bit and recharge your battery. So yeah, if you're in that place where you're kind of feeling like you need to recharge a little bit, then maybe the person you're in connection with could be feeling like they're left out in the cold in some type of way, or it could be vice versa. The other person needs to recharge and you feel like you're left out in the cold, right? But I feel like in the month of May, there is going to be some type of like reunion of you two, of the energy that you have, right? This could also represent a third party too. So for another group of you guys, you could have a fear of being left out in the cold because you think that this person could possibly be dealing with somebody else, right? And you could be involved inside of a third party connection, right? But I overall kind of feel like there's some type of resting that's occurring within the connection, and then it's going to kind of like have a certain type of reunion between you two, because the rest of the cards kind of are talking about this connection and how this connection is pretty stable, right? Has some type of stability going on here. But there are multiple scenarios here, and this is a general reading, so it could be either way, those two scenarios that I just said. Right, then we move right below here and we have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is here talking about an emotional offer, an emotional new beginning, right? That wants to come in, and this could very well be with the Two of Cups connection that I was talking about that's on your mind, right? You could be wanting to have a renewal of an emotional, connection, or a renewal of the emotions, or just a brand new beginning with this person that you feel like you have some big, great, deep emotions with, right? And then we have it clarified by the Emperor. So the Emperor here could be representative of someone trying to keep their emotions in check, or controlling their emotions, or trying to control the situation, or being kind of stubborn when it comes down to sharing emotions, right? The Emperor is somebody who kind of likes to be in control and doesn't like to lose control. And so if you're talking about Ace of Cups, an overwhelming overpouring of emotions, then there's also an energy here that kind of wants to keep that in check, and kind of wants to keep that under control and keep that under balance. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with all this energy, right? There's a certain level of stability that either you want to have when it comes down to your emotions. You kind of want to keep them in check, or the other person wants to have, you want to keep everything in balance. And this is the King of Cups here. Same thing. King of Cups keeps his emotions in check, keeps his emotions in balance, so that he can stay level-headed, right? So that the emotions don't become too overwhelming, right? And so he can keep everything, like I said, grounded. Queen of Swords is the same way. The Emperor is the same way. So everything here is alluding to keeping emotions in check, or not being overwhelmed by emotions, so that you don't get clouded with your judgment when it comes down to the direction you want to head in, or how you want this connection to roll out, or continue on. So I believe either you or the other person is taking on a very logical approach to this, or a more grounded approach, and just taking everything into perspective. And yeah, so that's what I'm feeling in your present energy, Aries. Pretty good. Let's go into your future energies and see what's going on. So we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Justice card, we have the Devil card, and then we have the Eight of Swords. So with the Knight of Wands being here, you could be moving, rushing either towards a transformation or the end of something, or you could be moving away from something that ended and has transformed in your life. I'm kind of getting the feeling that there's some type of transformation that's taking place, right? And it's making you kind of feel ignited. It's making you kind of want to move forward into a certain direction, because there's something that's kind of like dying off, something that could be ending, something that could be dying and rebirthing, some transformation, that could be occurring within your life, because the death card here is the clarifier, and that is major arcana. So that usually speaks of a major transformation, a major end or death or rebirth. Something is totally switching up in your life, and you could be headed towards that pretty quickly, headed towards this end, and then this new beginning comes right after that, and it could be, making you feel kind of like ignited and lit up about it, passionate about approaching this end. Maybe it's something that you have been trying to get to for a while, and now that it's here, you're kind of like full speed ahead. Let's go. I want it to end. I want the new beginning. I want the whole transformation to occur. That's the energies that we're working with here. Right below that, we have the Justice card. So Justice is another major arcana. So Justice is representing some type of balance coming in the universe, bringing you some type of justice that maybe you didn't have prior to this, right? It could have been something where you felt like you were did wrong in some type of way. It could be something legally, because the Justice card does deal with the legal system. It could be dealing with a contract where you felt like, the contract wasn't a fair contract, but now something is happening that's bringing in justice, right? And it's bringing balance. It's bringing you some payback a little bit. You're getting paid back or paid in full for something that was done wrong to you, or something that was out of balance, and you could have probably gotten the short end of the stick on it, but now it feels like the universe is bringing in the justice to restore that balance, where you're paid, you're getting paid back for something that you lost, or that you felt like was a loss in your life, right? And then we have it clarified with the Four of Swords. So you have the Four of Swords twice, and once again, it's just speaking about you just needing to rest, to recuperate, to rejuvenate, to take some time off, get some R&R, just rest up a little bit. And maybe this is coming in after you have this ending, that's coming, and it's like the end of a cycle, the end of something that you have been waiting to finish up, to wrap up, or just to be done with. And now that's creating such a transformation, and is bringing in a level of balance to you. So now you just kind of want to recuperate before the next cycle starts, right? And during this time of recuperation, you have time to think about some things, to receive clarity in certain matters, and look at things from a different perspective now that you're slowing things down, right? And that is bringing balance into your life. So let's keep it moving. We have the Devil card here. The Devil is clarified by the Knight of Cups. So the Devil energy usually represents a couple of different things. It could represent some attachments that we have to certain things that are not that good for us. Some negative energy. It could be talking about some addiction, something that, you can't really stop doing, or it's hard for you to move on from. This could be talking about a person that you feel a strong attraction to, and it's a very like strong, lustful, passionate attraction to. This could very well be talking about this person up here that is on your mind, right? Where you feel, that you just kind of have a strong attachment or strong passion or attraction to, right? And surrounding that, you have the Knight of Cups, so some type of offer is being made, maybe with this person that you feel a strong attraction to. Like, this is the type of attraction that is just undeniable. Like, it's very passionate, a strong sexual attraction, high vibes. It almost, is something that you kind of feel bound to a little bit. Or this person could be feeling bound to you in some type of way, and they could be wanting to make an offer, or you could be wanting to make some type of emotional offer. And I think we're still talking about the same person, right? Now, if we're not talking about any type of connection with somebody, this could just be something that you're feeling like you're attached to. Something in your life, maybe like in your shadow self, or something that you just have a strong propensity towards, or a strong attachment to, and you're just like feeling like you could be feeling like you're stuck there, because we had the chains there. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So it's something. It's something inside of your emotional world, right? Something that you feel emotional about, that you could feel kind of like stuck on a little bit. So you could be stuck on someone or stuck on something, and it kind of makes you feel emotional in some type of way, or it taps into your emotional side, right? And you kind of feel like you can't get away from it. So yeah, that's there. And then we have the Eight of Swords here. So Eight of Swords is kind of like almost like that same energy where you feel like you're stuck. This is kind of like you feeling like you're stuck in your head, or you feeling mentally bound in some type of way, and you kind of want to escape. You want to get out of it, but you don't see how you can get out of it. The good thing is that this is only like a mental prison, right? This is only happening in your mind, and a lot of times, you know, it's not actually happening in reality. In the tangible world, it's only a feeling that you feel like you're stuck. You feel like you're bound, you know, and it's only in your mind. But once you realize it's only a mind thing, you can kind of like unwrap yourself, take off the blindfold, and see that you're not actually stuck in any type of prison or bound by anything. It's just something that's going on inside of your head. Now, this is also feeling like it's something that's coming to an end, because you have the Ten of Wands here, which talks about the completion of a long struggle, the completion of a cycle, you know, where you felt like you were heavily burdened, you were, you know, under a lot of stress, under a lot of weight. The weight of the world was on your shoulders a little bit, and you just had to continue to push and push and push. And, you know, this could have felt like a karmic cycle for you, where you were just stuck inside of this energy, and you had to, the only thing you could do is just keep pushing forward because there was no other way out. But you're now coming to a place of completion with this, where this type of burden that you've been carrying around is kind of like ending. And maybe it has to do with something that, you know, you felt like was the dark side of yourself, right? Something that you're not, you know, too proud of, or something that you don't like about yourself, that, you know, you felt like you were just stuck and bound to this. But now the burden seemed like it's being lifted. It's a completion of a cycle. There is a transformation that's happening, and you're able to kind of like throw off all that weight and come through the other side, you know, with a new beginning. You're resting up from this. Definitely. You're being paid back for this if it was a karmic cycle. And this kind of does make sense, because Saturn is actually retrograding right now. Saturn is going to be in retrograde until September. So this whole period, usually when Saturn is retrograding, you get paid back for some of the karmic cycles that you were in when you were learning some harsh lessons by the taskmaster, which is Saturn, right? And karmically having to learn these lessons that just are hard for anybody to have to undergo, and there's no escaping it, you know. But when Saturn goes retrograde, it's a time period for you to be paid back, for you to receive some karmic rewards for all the karmic lessons that you had to go through and learn, and you felt like you were stuck in, and that you felt like would never end. But now they're coming to an end, and you're being rewarded in some type of way by the universe, with this Justice card coming in. You know, and you could be feeling like you're coming into a place of rest, where you like can just rest from some of the burdens that you felt like you would never be able to rest from. But in the month of May, you're going to be feeling some burdens lift, definitely. You're going to be feeling some payback come in energetically, or just tangibly. Some type of payback is coming in for you. Karmic payback, karmic rewards. And I feel like you know, it's going to be a separation from this type of devil energy, or this energy where you feel like you're stuck and you can't get away from it, or can't get away from something. That is definitely ending, a completion of the cycle. So yeah, Aries, that's pretty much what I have for you. A lot going on in the month of May, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed the reading and it resonated with you in some type of way. I'm going to wrap it up there, Aries. I will see you guys next month, or maybe towards the end of this month if I do any bonus readings. Like always, if you resonate with this, you can like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.